Well, there was a lady just sitting to my right, just kind of diagonal to me, and she reached into the pocket of the seat in front of her, and her hands got dirty. And then the flight attendant came down, and she just said to him, "There's a lot of garbage in here. Can you remove it?" Because she wanted to use it. And he just started screaming at her, telling her that he's a flight attendant. He's not a garbage man. He didn't get this job to pick up garbage. He got this job to be a flight attendant, and that's what he is, a flight attendant. And he was really irate. And so he said to her, "And if you want to talk to the pilot, here's my name." And he pointed to his name tag and gave her his name. And she said, "No, that's fine. I'll write a letter to Air Canada." And that was it. He just walked away, and then he came back again and a couple of times and gave her some papers or whatever to take the garbage out. And then when he came around with the cart, she took the garbage out of the seat in front of her, and she put it like she was going to put it on the cart, and he slapped her hand away, and he said he didn't want that. And she said, "Well, I don't want it either." And she laid it on the cart, and then he took it and threw it in her face. And when he did that, like, she just took it with her foot and pushed it out, and she said, "Well, I don't want it either." And then with that, he went up to the front of the plane, and I guess he went and talked to the pilot. uh, and he came back after that. He tried to make a conversation with her, telling her that he wanted to tell her something, but she just turned her head away and closed her eyes, and she didn't want any confrontation with the flight attendant. And so then she wouldn't speak to him. So then he went to the back of the plane, and the other girl came up, the other flight attendant, and she said to her, "Ma'am, I have to speak to you." And that lady, she would not turn her head or open her eyes. And her husband said, "She's sleeping." And the girl said, "No, she can't fake sleeping." And then she reached out and shook her on the shoulder and said, "I have to talk to you, tell you what the pilot said." And the lady didn't respond at all. And then the flight attendant went back to the back of the plane. And then the man went up to the front again, the male flight attendant. And I don't know how long it was up there. And then we got an announcement that we were going back to Toronto. And as he came down, I said to him, did he just say we're going back to Toronto? And the guy said, "Yes." I said, "If it's for the garbage," I said, "I'll clean the garbage." And he said, "No." He said, "We're going back for the safety of the passengers." He said that she kicked him. She said, "Oh, I think she kicked him." He said she kicked him. And I said, "No, she didn't kick him," because I saw everything that was going on. So then I thought, that's not right, because now he's going to say she kicked him, and how is she going to defend that? And so that's why I gave my name, because I knew she hadn't, because I'd seen everything that went on there. I just couldn't understand why you would turn a whole plane full of people around because somebody wanted their garbage taken out of their seat. We pay a lot of money for these tickets. We should at least have a clean place to sit.